We found out how to get more time on our recordings. Anyway, obligatory cough. Hold on. But yeah, this is the third rant of the day, back to back to back. Washed my face, and now I'm in bed. Tired. Should probably be sleeping, but I don't like to sleep. So we're not going to do that. And I still feel like rambling a little bit. These little personal diaries are kind of fun, though. I won't lie. I get a nice, what do you call it? Like, I don't know what you call it. It's just fun to do. You know, I get stuff off my chest, like whoever listens. And also it's like I'm not holding a friend hostage, They don't have to sit there for 40 minutes. But also, I don't think my friends would call it getting held hostage because they genuinely like to listen, and then they also be cracking jokes in between, and they'll be telling me about their day and whatnot. It's fun. It's a fun time. I enjoy it. But that's the point. But I also don't feel like talking to them about this because it's like this is shit they already know. But it's like it's still stuck with me. Yeah, I don't feel like it's all the way off my chest completely. So it's like cool. Um, but it's one other thing I want to talk about is like my mother, uh, where it's like she's being a mom now, kind of weird, you know, but like she's actually like a good person, and I didn't grow up with that. I grew up I grew up with a shitty mom. I mean, for like the first two to four, somewhere around there. Whenever the fuck we met Ty, she met Ty. It was when things went to hell, but it's just like she wasn't really a mom. Like there's times in my childhood, if you could call it that, where it's just like I was literally shunned away. And it was like, no, get away. And I was like 4. I couldn't even talk. And I would just sit at the door crying because I wanted to be there with my mom, but I wasn't allowed to. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Like, that's that's an insane thing to do to a kid. Um, and then now it's like a while ago. I would say probably 5 months ago, around there. We were we were eating out um over at lunch, and it was I think the third time we went out together. And she was like, "Mason, I'm so sorry for everything I've done to you. I wasn't a good mom." And it's like, I accept your apology. Now, I accept her apology, but I also want to like get it off my chest and be like, why did you do that? But also, I feel like since I already accepted it, I can't say that, you know? Like, now it's kind of off limits because, like, I already accepted it, It's like, technically, now I moved on. It's like, no, I'm not moved on. And I I want to move on, and I want to get my answers of like why would you shun me like that? Why would you treat me in such a manner that you have changed my brain chemistry for the rest of my life? Obviously, it somehow made me a more empathetic person and kind. It shouldn't have, but it did. I should be cold and callous and a dick to everyone around me and not have as many long lasting relationships as I do. But like, I do anyway. And it's just like, why would you do that? And I really want to get the answers out of her. And that would be a really tough conversation to have with her, obviously. And it's just like, do I have that? Am I allowed to have that conversation? And you'd be like, yeah, obviously. Yeah, Mason, you can. That's a conversation you probably should have. Sounds like a conversation you should have. Anyway, like, that's like, you're deserving of that, considering all you've been through. And it's like, that's cool. But like, I already accepted the apology. I don't want to hold it. Like, I want to let go of it. And it's like, obviously, I'm still gonna like hold it against her because she did that. She did that to me. It's like I'm gonna be like, yeah, you did that. Nothing changes it. I'm still gonna hold you accountable for it. Like I'm still gonna be like, yeah, you're an asshole for that. Obviously, a little bit more than an asshole. And it's like, uh, oh, hey, red light. Um, it's like, oh my god, it's just that's gonna suck. That conversation's just gonna be ass. We're gonna be crying. That's gonna be awful. You don't want to do that. That sounds bad. You don't want to be crying. As for as for as for people who are in tune with themselves and and grow as a person. Not for pussies like me. Actually, I'm not that big of a pussy anymore. I cry now. That's cool. Um, it's just like, also I have to get a haircut. Oh my gosh, my hair is starting to like crowd around and almost like get into my ears now. I have long curly hair, so it's like I should probably cut it soon. I have one really nice barber. She's really good at her job, and I appreciate her. And she's like kind of like my first time like that I had like my own personal barber where it's like if I'm going to get my hair cut, I'm going to go to this specific place and I'm going to ask for her. I even have her number. So it's like, "Hey, are you free?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm free for this day." It's like, "Cool, awesome. I'll meet you. I'll see you then." It's like, "Sweet, awesome. I'll see you then also." It's really nice. It's really cool. And it's just like that's another thing in my life that I really appreciate where it's like I have that. I've never had it in my life. It's cool, it's whatever. But also it's kinda like a big deal. Because I've never had it. Kinda sucks it got taken away from me. But it's whatever. And then like There's what else was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, in the kitchen that I go to, it's rage bait. I work at the rage bait factory. I swear to God, I go to class at the rage bait factory, and it's an honest day's work. I get back and I'm angry. It's not even like I'm angry. I'm usually cooled down by the time I get home, so it's like 10 minutes. Not 10, more like 15 because of traffic. But it's just like honest day's work at the rage bait factory, and they're they're just I don't know. It's some type of simulation, something. It has to be. It has to be. There's no way. Although today was kind of weird because usually there's like five of us, but today there was only three because two of them didn't make it because one I believe was sick, and usually they pick up the other, but I guess the other didn't also want to come. So it's just like I'm assuming they're both sick. I just kind of ended up working out like that. It's like cool. And then I thought it was gonna kind of like be two of us today, because the third one was late by like 30 minutes, or not 30. That's a lie. By like 15 minutes or so. And it was just like, oh wow, there's gonna be three of us. It was kind of nice, because it was a bit smaller, not as much stuff going on, but also like I really like my other classmate because she's funny and we like to poke a lot of fun at each other. And it's like we have some good banter, and it's just fun. But without her, it just wasn't as fun, Like there wasn't really like anyone I could be like, hey, your fucking balsamic vinegar tastes like ass, you know. Like I'm not gonna do that to the others. I'm not that close with them. It's not even like I'm that close with her. It's just kind of like how we built our relationship. But and then with like this other, at least the other lady was there, because we'll be talking shit to each other the entire time anyway. Where it's like we'll be walking and and we'll see the other and be like, hey, what are you pretending to do this time? It's just real fun. Uh, and I mean Fernando's really cool. I appreciate him also. Um, we're always we'll like shoot off vocal stems at each other. Be like, how is it every time that I throw a flashbang, it's like a wet napkin from a little kid's birthday party hits him in the face. But every time I get hit by a flashbang, it's like a big brolic black guy named Requise pulls my shirt over my head and starts skull fucking me. Like I'll say something like that, or he'll say, "Shit, what does he say?" It'll be like "pluh" or something like that, and then it like gets my brain in the little works, and it's just we just go back and forth with vocal stems, just kind of cracking jokes. It's nice. It's cool. Uh, but it's like, it just wasn't as fun today because it was just missing her. I was like, there's no one to like be like, yeah, I'm better than you, or something like that. I don't know. I gotta do it with the other lady, but it's like she's not like in the class. She's a volunteer, so it's like it's not as competitive. Like there's not a whole lot there. So it's like cool. It's like you're not a competitor. You're just here. But she's pretty cool. Both of them are cool. All three of them are cool. But today was calm, I would say. Not in a rush. Thankfully, because I was sick. I still am, technically. But today was an alright day. I don't know where I'm going now. I just want to say I'm proud of myself, and that it's just like I've come so far from being that little kid shunned and shooed away by his mom to a man now that has really good understanding of his emotions and has probably a bit too much empathy. I don't know. I'd like to consider it a strength where it's like I'm really good at thinking about what other people are like thinking, where it's like I like to include everyone, and not a lot of people do that. Probably because they don't really think about it. It's not really their fault. It's not really their responsibility either. But I definitely like to do it. It's like watching someone get included is just kind of fun. They're just there. Who doesn't like being included except for introverts, But I think I'm an extrovert, unfortunately. I'm very much a social creature. I'm like a vampire also, in the sense of like I will stay awake and talk for 15 hours straight. As long as you're giving input, I could talk for 15 hours straight. But, that's kind of how conversations go. But I won't feel tired at all. I feel more energized when I'm talking to someone. And then the next day, I'll do the exact same thing again and be just as energized. It's like when I'm talking to someone, I am awake. But as soon as I stop talking and I'm just sitting there for 5 minutes, oh boy, I'm tired as fuck. I want to go to bed. Kind of want to go to bed right now. But I want to get that stuff off my chest because I need to clear more space so I can make more video, and then I have to post it to YouTube so then I could delete it and then get more space. Unlimited space glitch. But that's why these are on YouTube anyway, because I'm deleting them so I can get more space. But it's just like very cool. Anyway, thanks for listening, whoever this is in the future. Later, sucker. Bye.